Oh, that's awkward, that.
Well, here come some changes for you. And the players coming on. Miguel Montaño, the youngest player in Sounders history. He's coming on, wearing 32. We've also got number 13, O'Brien White. Big moment for him. He's missed the last 15 games for the Sounders. He's a United fan, and he had to have surgery. He had a blood clot in his leg. He was on what they call the disabled list at his club. And that player in the picture now is a trialist, Mrisho Ngassa, who is from Tanzania. And the Sounders have a link-up with Tanzania, and all of a sudden a Tanzanian player appears on the roster, as they call it here. So
well, I was wondering at half-time when the president of his country came on and spoke.
Yeah, on the big screen.
Tanzania, yeah, I was wondering what he was doing.
So he's
obviously that's the reason.
Well, he's going to get his 15 minutes of fame potentially in this one.
Oh, that's terrific for Tanzania.
Due for the challenge, Anderson nicely looking for
That'll stay in, that'll stay in.
Fabio will try and marshal it out.
He did very well to marshal it out, because we know the minute the ball hits the surface, it kills the ball.
We've already had some very interesting moments on this tour, not just on the pitch but off it as well. Last game was in Boston, of course, and while we were there we went to Harvard, and the Harvard kit man came up to the boss and said, "I'm Alex Ferguson." And the manager said, "I'm Alex Ferguson as well."
Did he?
And there was a strange moment. He was actually called Alex Ferguson. Nice guy as well. He has to sort out the whole kit for every Harvard team at all different levels.
Well, I knew you weren't at Harvard University. I was wondering what you were doing there.
United have been training in some wonderful facilities, including the Harvard University setup.
Funny enough, the hotel I was in Moscow the night before the final, you were in it. One of the guys that ran the hotel was Alex Ferguson as well.
That's right. The cheer there is to greet the attendance.
67,052. That's fantastic, that, isn't it? And
this time with a much more convincing win than it was last season against Philadelphia.
I think United look quite sharp, do you know that? They've not been training that long, but they look very sharp. Oh dear.
Oh, Ben Amos has gifted them a chance and they haven't taken it. The only thing he's done wrong all night, and it was almost spectacularly wrong. And Ngassa, well, when you're on trial, you dream of a chance like that.
Contract up in the air. I tell you, got a little whack there as well. Rio Ferdinand for his pains. You're trying to defend something that doesn't matter. It's 7-0 Rio. Shows you defenders don't want to let goals in, doesn't it? I don't know what Rio was thinking about either, to let the ball run across him.
Bit of a horror show at the back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
he's got a whack for his pains here, but thankfully he's all right, or is he? He's limping a little bit.
Well, when you don't tuck a chance away like that, it's not surprising that your team ends up with...
There's no injury time. You've not even noticed he's been on the pitch, have you?
Indeed not. Hasn't had too much to worry about, in fairness, but one last attack for the home side. Montaño.
And they hit it.
Nice little tricks. They're going to have to shoot soon, otherwise the whistle will go. There's enough of them forward, though.
There's a chance.
Going for the spectacular, and Rio Ferdinand there to deny them. Gabriel Oberton clears. And I imagine that will be that. Johnny Evans back to Ben Amos. And Fabio da Silva has the final touch of the game. So it's 2 tour matches and 2 tour wins. Both have been very convincing. Seattle Sounders in the end totally dismantled in the second half here. 6 goals after half-time by United. They were running riot in the end. 7 goals in total, 5 different scorers, a hat-trick from Wayne Rooney. And you have to say the 2 United goalkeepers really caught the eye tonight as well. Anders Lindegaard and Ben Amos, both with flying saves. You have to say an entertaining game and some...